I was sitting with the Lord the other day, and sometimes you think you got some crazy stuff going on, and He led me to read Isaiah 53, and just reminding me that He knows what pain is. Amen. We're not alone in our pain. However, there is a verse in Isaiah 53, because I have a question for you, and my question is, have you answered God? Well, Jerry, what do you mean, have I answered God? I'm about to tell you. In Isaiah 53, verse 10, it says, "Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. He hath put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand." What does it mean that God was pleased to bruise the Lord, to bruise Jesus, to crush him? And as I sat there, we know what pleased means. It means that God, with the satisfaction, he was satisfied. But I'm sitting there, I'm like, God, well, what does this mean? And I heard the Lord say, He answered something. There was a problem somewhere, and Jesus answered it, right? And in Revelation chapter 5 and verse 2, it says, "And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, Who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof?" So you continue reading, you find out that nobody was worthy. And then Jesus was. And he was able to loose the seals thereof. Matthew chapter 3 and verse 17, "And lo, a voice from heaven saying, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." Matthew chapter 17 and verse 5, "While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them. And behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased, hear ye him." In Isaiah chapter 6, Isaiah is seeing God. And in verse 8 it says, "Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then said I, Here am I, send me." Isaiah was like, "Send me, Lord." In 1 Kings 22, Prophet Micaiah was explaining the vision that God gave him for the word that he gave. In verse 20 it says, "And the Lord said, Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this man, and another said on this man." In verse 21, "And there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade." In verse 22, "And the Lord said unto him, Wherewith? He said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, Thou shalt persuade him, and prevail also, go forth and do so." So you get my point. All these things, God needed something. God wanted something. All these things answered God. God asked a question. Something answered him. "Who will go for us?" Isaiah answered him. "Who will do the thing that I want?" That spirit answered him. "Who is worthy to open the book and loose the seals thereof?" Jesus Christ answered him. And as I sat with God, I said, "What question are you asking me?" He said, "Who will endure?" I said, "Okay, I could do that." But my point is, what question has God asked you? And have you already answered him?